All right, hello and welcome to a session of Fit Essentials. My name is Shauna. I'll be taking you through class. We're going to start with some breathing. Go ahead and come on up to your feet. Or your paws. Come up to your paws. All right, some spinal cord breathing. You're going to bring your feet just underneath the hips. You're going to bring your palms together, forearms together. You're going to stand nice and tall. And we're going to start by gently pulling the chin in towards the chest, bowing forward, tucking your hips under. Gently blow the air out. So empty your lungs with air. And then upon the inhale, lift the chest, open through the chest and shoulders, pull the elbows back and down, turn your head towards the sky. And then on your exhale, we round it all back in. Curl in, curl under, blow the air out, pause in the bottom. And then when you're ready, breathe in, lift, open, nice full breath, pause at the top, and cycle through. Breathe in, lift, open through the head and chest. Exhale, curl in. So 2 more cycles. Shoulders back and down. Very good. Last one. And when you finish, go to relax your arms down to the side. Just kind of step out your feet a little bit. Arm swing, step into the side, open the chest and shoulders. There you go. From here, we're going to go into a side stretch. Let's go at elongation stretch. So interlace the hands. You're going to reach straight up in the ceiling, root down into those legs, and then we're going to take it to the side. Turning your body to one side, pulling that top arm across, nice and gentle. Back to center. Breathe in, and on the exhale, take it to the opposite side. Good job. We're going to go once more. Breathe and lift up out of the hips, taking it to the side. Last one, lifting up and bending over. Very good. Shake out those arms once again. Little side step there. Shoulders down out of the ears. This is Cosmo here sniffing around. All right, next we're going to open up our hip flexors and a little bit of the triceps. So step your left foot forward, right foot back. You're going to take your right arm, reach it straight up, lifting up out of those hips. We're going to shift that hip forward, squeeze the glute of the trail leg, and then bend the elbow, reaching around, long through the head and neck, and just gently bending towards that front leg. Heel planted nice and firm. Breathe in, come back to center, and exhale, taking it to the side. So I'm pushing that back hip forward, squeezing the glute of that trail leg. Let's go 2 to 3 more. Breathe in, and taking it over, up, and across. Good, last one. Very good. Shake it out. We're going to go behind the back stretch in between sides. A nice wide base stance. Reach behind, elongate out those arms, lifting up, ribs down, bend into your legs, and then long spine. Send the hips back, pull that arms up to overhead. And now focus your breathing. So you're trying to breathe into the back of the rib cage. Big breath in, expand the back, and then root into your legs. Let your upper body be a little heavier towards the floor. One more breath. Shake out those arms, come on back to the top. Hip flexor on the opposite side. So your right foot forward, left foot back, reaching straight up. We're gonna bend that trail leg arm. So your left arm, bend the elbow, reach up, grab that elbow, and now shift that hip forward. So you're opening the hip on the trail leg and then bending your torso to the side. Breathe in, lengthen, and exhale. Very good. Welcome to our second side. So make sure if you're just joining, you even yourself out. Good. Couple more here. Head up, eyes up. Good job. And shake it out. All right, fantastic. From here, we're going to take it down to the floor. We're going to get ready for our first set. You are going to want your short therabands if you have them. Oh, sorry. No, we're going to be using weights on this first set. So a little bit of weights to have nearby. We're going to be doing an overhead press from a seated position. But go ahead, kind of crawl on down to the floor. Come on down to hands and knees. We're going to stretch out those forearms first. So palms down, fingers towards you. And just gently sit back. And then rock side to side. So splaying the fingers nice and wide. Stretching out those forearms. Very good. From here, turn the hands in so that the fingers interlace And now we're going to circle your body around. Just 2 to 3 times, feeling any kind of little clicks and pops in there. And then switch directions when you're ready, taking it the other way. All right, very good. From here, we're going to keep the toes together, knees divided, reach the arms nice and long, drop the hips back, and lower your head between your arms for child's posture here. Breathing into the back. Feel free to just gently kind of sway your body side to side, get a nice stretch along the side of the torso. Fantastic. All right, from here, we're going to come back up onto all fours, and we're going to start with our mid-back rotations. So we're going to bring one hand behind the head. We're going to go 5 on each arm. Elbow to the opposite elbow, lifting up out of that bottom shoulder, peer up towards the ceiling. So breathe in as you close, and exhale on that rotation. Breathe in, and exhale. Twice more. And last one. Very good. Same thing, opposite arm. We're going to be doing this 3 different times throughout. Hand behind the head, elbow to the opposite elbow, lift up and rotate, peering over the shoulder. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. 3 more. And twice more. Pausing in that open position. This is our second side. So if you're just joining, balance yourself out. We're getting ready to go into some overhead pressing work. And this is going to be for reps instead of for time. So you're welcome to stand up if you want. It's designed today to do it from a seated position on the floor. But if that doesn't feel good for your body, you're always welcome to either kneel or come to standing. Otherwise, you're going to get either 1 or 2 dumbbells. If you aren't choosing to sit down on the ground, we're going to sit down with the legs extended out in front. And we're going to go for 10 reps to start. You can either hold 1 weight in each hand, or, ideally here you want to be moderately light for this first set. So sitting nice and tall up out of the hips. If you're holding 1 weight, I'm going to hold it by each side of the dumbbell, right underneath my chin. And then as I sit tall, I'm going to just push straight up to overhead. Elbows come forward. Go ahead and join me whenever you're ready. We're going for about 10 reps here. Holding nice and strong in that midline. The seated position here challenges that upper body just a little bit more to really open through the shoulders. So if you feel like you're straining your back at all to do so, then come back up to standing. Otherwise, about 5 more here. Pushing nice and tall, holding strong. Good. Elevate those shoulders towards the ears. Nice full extension. Couple more. Down and drive it up. Fantastic. Finish those 10 reps. Go ahead and set your weight down. We're going to our down dog, single knee to elbow. So you're going to come back to all fours. Nice wide handprint underneath the shoulders. Turn the toes under, driving the hips nice and high. First part, you're going to drive those hips up, push the head between the arms. And now we're going to bring the knee towards the same side elbow. Pulling that belly button in, lifting up out of those shoulders. We're going to go upwards of 10 on each side, alternating legs. So that's 1. Count on your own. Breathing throughout. And really important here, have a nice wide handprint. Support through those wrists. Nice and controlled on your motions. Keep the shirt off, I can't talk. I'm upside down. Very good. All right, about halfway here. Anytime you need to shake it out, come on down. Otherwise, holding strong, knee towards that same side elbow. Really open that mid body on that back push, lifting those hips nice and high. Very good. About 1 or 2 more each side. Very good. Finish that out. When you finish there, we're going to come down onto your stomach, activating the back of the body next. So lying face down, bring your legs together, pull your chin in. You're going to go palms up with the arms at the side. And you're just going to lift your upper torso and arms like you're trying to push the air to the ceiling. Down and relax, called a lying fly. Shoulder blades back and down. Squeeze as you lift and lower. Roughly 10 here. Pushing, squeezing. You can keep your feet down at the ground. And Sharon, try not to extend the head. So pull that chin in, looking down towards the floor. That's better. So again, we're waking up the back side of the body, activating that mid-back, working that posture position, shoulder blades squeezing down, firing the glutes. A few more. Fantastic. Nice and tight and relax. Awesome. So that's the end of the first set. We're going to go back to where we started with those mid-back rotations. You're welcome to keep it as we did on the first time with the palm down, or if you want to go a little bit deeper into that rotation, let's take it down to the forearm. So you'll go on the forearm if you'd like, hand behind the head, elbow towards that opposite elbow. We're going for a set of 5 again. Rotate, peering up. Breathe in to close, exhale to open. Very good. Taking your time in that open position. Got one more on this side. And when you're ready, take it to the other way. All right, so like I said, this is the end of our first set. We're going to go back to that overhead press next, and we're going down in reps. So we're going to go from 10 reps to about 8 reps. So ideally, if you have weights to interchange, you would look to go just a little bit heavier on the second set if that first set did feel moderately light for you. So go ahead and make any changes you need with your weights. Again, you can hold 1 or you can hold 2. Seated or standing. All right, if you're seated, sitting up nice and tall in those sit bones. Legs extended out in front, bringing the weights up to the shoulders. And whenever you're ready, go in for a set of 8. Pushing nice and high, elbows forward. Nice, good job. Breathe. Yep, stay tall. Good, 1 to 2 more. Fantastic, and when you finish that set, go ahead and set that down. We're going back to our down dog. Single knee to elbow, going for 8 on each side. Wide hand print, place it underneath those shoulders. Pulling that midline in, turn the toes under. Remember to get that nice opening to start, opening through the mid-back, and then you're shifting forward, lifting up out of the shoulders, elbow, knees coming to the same side elbow. Coordinate that breathing. Exhale as you pull that knee in. Inhale as you drive back. Good. Looking smooth. Fantastic. Couple more on each side. Or if you finish before me, meet me down on the floor again. We're going back to that lying fly. Very good. All right, taking it down to your stomach. You can keep those arms out to the side. If you want a little bit more of a challenge for the upper body, you can take the arms up to overhead. We call it more of a Superman. So up to you which position. I'm going to stay arms at the side for now. Shoulder blades back and down. Lift and squeeze. Holding for 2 to 3 at the top. Down and relax. Roughly about 8 reps here. Good job. Chin pulled in, lengthening through the spine. So I'll breathe in as I lower, exhale as I lift up, pull that chin in tight. Couple more. Fantastic. And then that's the end of 2. We're going to go 1 more set, then starting with those mid-back rotations. For a third variation, we're going to go back up to the palms, and this time we're going to go palm up on the small of the back. Bring your shoulder towards the opposite elbow, lifting up out of that support side and peer to the ceiling. Breathe in, going for about 5. Very nice. Keeping that mobility through that mid back, changing up the variation. Same thing, opposite side. Palm up, small little back. If anything's preventing you from being able to do that version, just go back to the first or the second version that we did. All right, fantastic. Once you finish those rotations, we're taking it back down for that seated or standing overhead press, going for a set of 6 this time. So again, if you have different weights to change up, you can go a little bit heavier, or if that last set was fairly challenging, just stick with that. Sit tall out of those sit bones, and whenever you're ready, chin in and press. Good. Very nice. There you go, great extension. Pushing high to the sky. Very good, and about the last one, up and push, and down and relax. Beautiful. Final down dog, knee to elbow, going for 6 on each side, making your way around. Set that handprint, turn the toes under, and whenever you're ready, hips high, push through that mid back. Knee towards the same side elbow. Alternating sides. Really gripping that ground, lifting up through that mid body as I roll forward. Very good. Holding your head nice and neutral, looking right between your wrists. Good. 1 to 2 more each side. When you finish these, finish it on your stomach for this set. That lying flies or arms up to overhead for Superman, whatever you prefer. Taking it down. And 2, 1. Whenever you're ready, holding for 2 to 3 at the top. Right about 6 reps here. Lengthening through that spine. Even if you have the arms up overhead, still focus to keep the shoulders down out of your ears on this one. Let's go about 1 more. And release. Fantastic. Go ahead and stay down here. We're going to come onto our side. We're going to stretch out our quads. Feel free to prop up on that elbow. Grab that top foot, pulling it back. And watch where your shoulder is. So set that shoulder blade back on your torso. Pull the heel towards the glute. And breathe. All right. Our next circuit, we're going to get ready for some more blood flow. So first 90 seconds. Breathing and moving. We're going to start with our burpee. You can either do a no push-up burpee, where you just come to the plank and then back up to your feet. Or if you want to do that full push-up today, you're welcome to take it all the way to the chest. Just go ahead and flip it around. Same thing, other side. Really key on the burpee is as you're coming off the ground, you want to keep your midline tight. A lot of times you see people kind of worm their way off the ground and have a pretty extreme extension in the low back, which just may not be a big deal one time, but over and over and over again, it's not ideal for our spine and lower body. So I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a second. We go from the burpee to some jumping jacks or rebounding, second 30 seconds. Then we come back down for the mountain climbers. Let's go ahead and come onto your back. We're going to stretch out that low back real quick. Pull the knees in towards your chest. And then the second half of the interval is going to be down on the floor, getting our band around our thighs, if you have it, for some banded glute bridges. And I give about 30 seconds to transition, but as always, if you want to start a little sooner, 2-knee twist, arms out to the side, bring the legs across. You're always welcome to. And then after that glute bridge, we'll make our way back up to our feet. 30 seconds of a resting in between the interval, or you're welcome to go back to that jumping jacks, rebounding, any kind of blood flow piece if you want to keep that heart rate up before we get back into our burpees. Very good. All right, then I want to loosen up those ankles just a little bit. Let's pull your right knee towards your right shoulder, extend your left thigh, kind of open your inner thigh here as we roll the ankle around on that right foot. So about 3 to 5 times to the right And then 3 to 5 to the left. Very good. When you're ready, go ahead and switch legs. Actively push that right thigh down, pull the left knee towards the left shoulder, and ankle rolls on that left foot. 3 to 5 clockwise, 3 to 5 counterclockwise. All right, fantastic. And before we jump up to our feet, let's just warm up a couple of those bridges without a band around our legs. So you want to start, pull the pelvis back, pull the belly button in towards the floor, and then gradually you're going to drive the hips up and open, pulling the chin in as those hips come nice and high. And if you have the band around the thighs, it's going to be around just above the knee, and you're going to just be pushing some outward tension on this. And you'll come down and driving up. And I did give the option, you can either come for reps on this part when we get there where you're going up and down, or if you'd like to do what we call a bridge position, you can interlace the hands under you and you can hold that 30 seconds in a bridge pose if you prefer. I'm going to be doing the reps up and down, but just want to give that option. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and come on up to our feet when you're ready. That was our demo there. A little bit of stretching to prep for it. Grab a drink. And then like I mentioned, I want to show a couple of things that I'm talking about on that burpee. So even the no push-up burpee, you want to stay nice and strong. We want to avoid like these hips down and then either step or float your hips nice and high. If you are coming down to your stomach as you push up, we want to avoid this posture. So I think hips up, nice and level, up and drive. Okay, so again, you want to stay tight as you come off the ground. Sometimes it helps to come off the knees, so you can avoid those hips dropping down and extending through that low back. All right, but not a bad idea. I'm going to step it up on the first round, and they can always build into those hops as you warm up. All right, we're going to go in 10. Again, 30 seconds of burpees, and we're going to stay on our feet for some jumping jacks or some rebounding. Then we're back down for some mountain climbers. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Burpees. Nice smooth breathing. Trying to alternate which foot steps back, which foot steps up. Working on pacing through this first set. Very good. Couple more. Fantastic. Last one. All right, and either some rest break here, bouncing around. Jumping jacks if you prefer, 30 seconds. Good. Hope you got some good music on your end. Feel free to dance around the music or imaginary music here on our end. 10 seconds. And we're going to come down for mountain climbers. If you prefer, you can always do your mountain climbers from an elevated position. Otherwise, 2, 1, come on down. Nice and tight. Knee towards that same side elbow. Try to not have a lot of bounce in the hips. So if you are jumping your feet back and forth, stay really firm to that lower midline. Good, halfway. Fantastic. A couple more each side. 2, 1, and transition. We're grabbing our band, getting in position for our glute bridge next. So around the feet, bring it just above the knees, shoulder blades back and down. If you're ready, go ahead and begin. Otherwise, still have like 10 seconds in the rest, but we're just going to go ahead and begin. Give us a little bit longer to bridge. Hips relax down, drive them out. Holding nice and strong through your lower core and pelvis area as well. Fantastic. 20 seconds left. Pausing in that top, pulling that chin in. Really focus on getting the glutes to fire. As much of that tissue of that glute as you can. Squeeze and hold. Maybe one more here. Drive it up and relax. Fantastic. That's the end of set 1. Go ahead and pull that band off if you're using it. Come on up to your feet. Great time to grab a drink of water. We'll be back to our burpees in 20 seconds. If you want more blood flow here, feel free to bounce around. Keep that body moving.
I've lost, there you are. Sorry.
No problem. Got it now? Okay. Thanks, Jean. Burpees in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Step or hop. No push-up or full push-up. Up to you. Fantastic. There you go, for halfway. Very good. Maybe 1 or 2 more. And 2, 1. Rest or rebound, jumping jacks. Whew. Marching and skipping is a great option here as well. Just anything to kind of get some blood flowing. 15 seconds, and then we're down for mountain climbers. There you go, good. I like it, Jean. Running high knees. All right, 5 seconds. Good support to those wrists. 2, 1, here we go. Focus your gaze right between the hands. Lifting strong out of those shoulders. Very nice, keeping those hips level. Halfway. Fantastic. Keep it rolling. We're coming down onto our backs for those glute bridges next. 2, 1, and transition. Good job. Grab your band if you'd like. Taking it around just above the knees. Bring your shoulder blades together as you lie back. And we've got 40 seconds till we switch. Anytime you want to start, down and relax. So one of the big keys on these glute bridges here, we want to avoid any kind of pinching in the low back. So I really focus to lengthen through my hips. Let's stay long in the spine, hips high. Fire it as you drive your knees wide. Good, 15 seconds left. Moving well. Let's get 1 to 2 more. Up and squeeze. Hold everything strong. And last one. Down and relax. Fantastic. Come out of that band if you're using it. Back up to your feet. Great time to grab a drink of water. We're doing that one more time. All right, 10 seconds. Set of burpees. Stay strong. See if you can have this be your best set. 2, 1, and begin. Still focus on breathing throughout, floating your feet up, stepping or hopping. If you're hopping, think about bringing your hips as high as you can to the ceiling. There you go. So as you come with your feet towards your hands, float up. Good. If floating's not happening, just step. No problem. Finish that one and stay up on your feet. Jump jacks. Rebound. March. Good. Or running high knees. 15 seconds. We're back for our last set of mountain climbers. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. Taking it down. Splay the fingers. Starfish hands. I heard somebody call it once. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Stay connected to that breath. Keep those hips nice and level with the shoulders. Good. Halfway through. Head looking between the hands. Pulling that chin in neutral. And 2, 1, back on your back. Glute bridges. All right. Shoulders back and down, feet flat. Anytime you want to start, we've got 45 seconds left in this part of the interval. Let's make the most of it. Clenching everything strong at the top. Building that strength of the pelvic floor and midline, back side of the body. Good. 20 seconds left. Continue to drive the knees nice and wide. Hold that tension against the band. Fantastic. Almost there. Let's go one more. Hold this one on the top for 3 to 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And when you're ready, gradually bringing it down. Going to keep that band on your legs for a second and just hug the legs into the chest. Feel free to rock yourself side to side. All right, well done. Go ahead and gradually come out of the band. We've got one more circuit. We're gonna get ready for some squatting. So let's go ahead and kind of roll over. We're gonna come back to all fours. We're gonna open up the inner thighs. Placing the hands underneath the shoulders once again. Kick one leg out to the side. And now with that leg extended, you're gonna gently rock the hips back, bringing the hip towards that opposite heel. So looking to open up that inner thigh. 3 to 5 times, rock forward, rock back. Really take your time in that down position. Breathing. On this next one, as you rock back, if your right leg's extended, you can take your right arm, kind of reach it over towards the left side. Bring the upper body into it a little bit. 1 or 2 more. Back. Breathe. Cosmo snoring.
He's got the breathing part down.
He's got the breathing part down. Very good. Before we go to the other leg, let's go quadruped hip rock. Knees come in together. Pull the belly button in and just nice and gentle here. You're taking your hips to one side and then up and across to the other. Good. 2 to 3 each side. As you feel, and then when you're ready, we're gonna do the same thing for the inner thigh on the opposite leg. So kick the opposite leg out, and 3 to 5 here. Look to kind of balance yourself out, taking your time. Rocking forward, rocking back, dropping that head down. Good, 2 to 3 more. And remember that inside arm, if your left leg is outstretched, I can walk that left arm across. Bring the upper body into it a little bit. And last one. Very good. All right, go ahead and make your way up. So grab a drink and we're gonna warm up our squats. So we're gonna not just do a squat, but we're gonna be doing a single arm thruster. So it's a full squat into overhead press. But let's just start with the regular squat. Turn those toes about 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock on the dial, and then keeping those heels planted. Reach those arms up, keep the chest tall, send those hips back. Very good. Drive through your legs, coming up. Very nice. Anywhere between 3 and 5 here, warming it up, sinking back and stand. Awesome. A couple more on your own. So I'm going to demo what we're going to be doing. So you're going to be holding the weight in one arm. You're going to start on your left side. You do a full squat, driving up to overhead. This time we're working for time. So 30 seconds of work there. From here, you can either do the bent over row in this position. Anyone's wrists are sore. If you want a little bit less of a challenge, do this version of the row. If you want more of a challenge, you're going to come down like you're doing a Renegade row. So it's like a 3-legged plank. And I got the weight on one side. I'm going to hold the 3-legged plank and row here. That would be the more challenging option. Then we come up and we do the same thing on the opposite side. Thruster on your right, and then either the bent over or that single arm Renegade row on that same arm. Then we lie on our back. I'll take you through some lower abdominal work, and that's the end of our sets. We've got 15 seconds in between exercises, working for 30 for each. Let me know if there's any questions. Otherwise, warm it up as we move. We're going to be going 3 sets total. All right, so set those feet in position for the squat. Starting on your non-dominant side, I'm going to assume that's your left. Otherwise, feel free to change it up. And 2, 1, here we go. Controlling down, drive through. There you guys. Strong into that squat. Nice full extension at the top. Good. 10 seconds left. Keeping it steady on this first set. Maybe one more. 2, 1, and transition. All right. So again, either bent over or coming down for that plank position. So if you're going to support on that single arm, wide handprint. Set the feet a little bit outside the hips. 2, 1, and begin. So of your support arm, you want to make sure that elbow is not hyperextended, but obviously really holding strong in that midline. Pulling that elbow nice and high as you row. We can't get that quite full extension here on this plank position. Pull that elbow through and reach. Last one, and rest. Good job. Coming up to your feet. Nice work. Same thing, opposite side. Going in 5. Set the feet. 2, 1, and begin. Control back. So I like to breathe in as I lower, and then I exhale as I thrust my hips, stand strong out of that squat. Good. Eyes up. Nice, Tanya. Controlling back, driving through. Nice. And 2, 1, rest and rotate. All right, and again, remember, we always can go to this bent over position here. Otherwise, taking it down, splay the hand wide on your support arm. 2, 1, and begin. Feet are outside the hips. Have a nice strong base of support in the lower body. Try to control that weight down to the floor. Very nice. Couple more. And relax. Very good. Come on down to your back. Shoulder blades back and down. All right, we're going to practice our hollow position. So let's have the arm to the side for now. And we're going to pull that lower body in, lifting the hips off the ground and gradually lowering the feet down. So tuck them up, pull that belly button in as you lower. We're going to go 30 seconds from here. I'm going to progress this movement each time, but if this is challenging, stick with this one on the later rounds. We're really focusing to avoid that low back coming off the ground. So if you're starting to arch, pull it back in. Very nice. Last one. And relax. All right, we're going to take 30 seconds in between sets. Go ahead and make your way up. Grab some water if you need to make any changes on your weights. We're going to be doing that twice more. Nice work. All right, going in 10 seconds, starting on your non-dominant arm. Set the feet for the squat. And 3, 2, 1, begin. Controlling down. Breathe through it. Great depth, everybody, on those squats. Look strong. Nice. Try not to bounce in the bottom, just staying a little bit tighter in the bottom on those, Jean. Looks good, Tanya. There you go, 10 seconds. Better. And 2, 1, rotate. Bend over or 3-legged row. Remember, really good base of support. So wide handprint on the hand, wide foot position, and begin when you're ready. Pausing to the top, Thinking shoulder down out of the ears. A lot of midline support here to hold this body position. If you ever need to come down to the knees, just do so. Almost there. And 2, 1, back up to your feet. Opposite side thruster. Woo. Middle round. All right, set the feet and 3, 2, 1. If you're not quite ready, just join us when you are. Eyes up, chest up. Looking to keep that same tempo. If you want to go a little bit faster, that's welcome as you know your body. Fantastic. 10 seconds. Keep those knees driving wide, Sharon. Chest up. Push the knees out. There you go. And 2, 1. Transition. Woo. Bent over or renegade row. Good strong support. Set the feet and begin. So think about lifting up through your body, like you're trying to kind of round, hollow your body, working to keep it from falling forward. Halfway. Fantastic, almost there. And onto your backs. Great work. So you can either stick with what we did last time with the knees bent. If you want a little bit more challenge, you can go straight legs. We're gonna call this like a leg lowering abs. So belly button pulls in, the leg straight. I bring them down as far as I can without arching. Right before I feel like my low back's gonna arch, I lift my legs back up. Good. Being patient with this movement. Moving with control. And it should feel like your abdomen's kind of like ballooning out, like everything is bracing. One more, holding tight and relax. Fantastic. 30 seconds till we get into that last round. Press it up, press it back, making your way back to your feet. Whew. All right, grab a quick drink. Any changes you want to your weights? And remember, say you're doing that plank, but maybe you're like, oh, I'm kind of cooked. On this last round, you can always switch it up and go to that bent over row. Otherwise, non-dominant arm going in 2, 1, and begin. There you go. Into that squat, eyes up, chest up. Nice. As you push high to overhead, keeping the ribs down, so we don't want to start to go into that sway back, holding tight. Good, 10 seconds. And rest and rotate. Awesome. I'm going to demo the bent over row this round. If you want to stick with that Renegade version, feel free. Otherwise, long stance, forearm on the thigh, 2, 1. Here we go, elbow high. And now I'm going to reach all the way forward since the ground's not stopping me. Pausing in the top, chin in. Fantastic, halfway through. And that 3-legged plank that we did, if you weren't able to do it, just be gentle with yourself. That's one of the hardest exercises that we've done in these online classes. So if you accepted the challenge, then we'll grow into it. And go ahead and rest. Awesome, back up to your feet. Final set of thrusters. All right, set those feet for the squat. 2, 1, and begin. Good job. Just because we're almost done doesn't mean you want to get sloppy. Stay focused. As you get fatigued, that's when you want to focus the most. Good positions. Engaged body. Good. 10 seconds, everybody. Breathing through it. 2, 1, and rotate. Final single arm row. All right, 2, 1, here we go. Pull that elbow nice and high. Pausing in the top. Focus on shoulder out of the ears. So when we're pushing overhead, we elevate through the shoulders. Pretty much every single other thing we do, we want to, it's almost like you're depressing the shoulder. So pulling it down the rib cage, trying to lengthen through your neck. Good. Reaching forward, up and through, hold, reach. Let's pause. 2 to 3 seconds. And we're all done there. Fantastic. Just finishing up on the back. All right, so you can stick with the version we've done, either the first two, or if you want to challenge a little bit more, I'm going to bring the arms up to overhead. I'm going to do it with my feet bent, and then I'm going to lift my body, pull the chin in, and I'm pulling my low back flat to the ground. It's called like a bent knee hollow. I can rest anytime I need, up and hold, chin pulled in, low back flat. We got 15 seconds left. Down and relax when you need. Up and squeeze. And the progression would be, I can start to extend one leg, as long as I can keep that low back flat, and I can switch it up, extend the other. And 2, 1, and everybody relax. Great job. All right. Let's just stay here on your back for a second. Breathing. And actually, let's put our feet flat on the ground, feet nice and wide. I want to just give the hips a little bit love with, call them some windshield wipers, gently dropping the knees to one side, up and together, not together, but back up to neutral, and then gradually bring them to the other side. And then bring it into the breath, focus on breathing deep. Very good. From there, once you open the hips, knees up and together one more time today on that 2-knee twist, bringing the legs to one side, looking over the opposite shoulder. Up and across to the other. We're going to do some opening for the mid-back in a single leg spinal twist. So if you want any kind of block or pillow, support the knee, go ahead and grab that. I'm going to grab my foam roller here to demo on that. All right, so if you're using a block or anything, you're going to have it on the right side of your body. We're going to start on our backs, and you're going to start with your left leg, pulling it up towards the same side shoulder like we did earlier when we warmed up those ankles. And then when you're ready, you're just going to gently bring the knee across the body towards the right side. And this is where you can use your pillow or block to rest the knee on there, just to keep you going into more of a twist than you may want. Roll this a little high. From here, I'm going to splay my arms out to the sides. Take your left hand, bring it across to meet the right, and then nice and gentle. I'm going to make a nice big sweeping half circle, trying to bring my left hand back down to the floor, following it with my gaze, peering over that shoulder. Let's go 3 to 5 here. Close it in, up and across. See if you can get that left shoulder blade to come back towards the floor. Following with the gaze. Good job. Crossed and back, open and peer. On the last one, instead of sweeping across the body, take a finger crawl over the head. So crawl the fingers up and around the head. Taking it all the way back into position there. And then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So I'm going to take my pillow roller block across to my left side of the body. And now I'm going to give my attention to the right leg, starting by pulling that knee up towards the right side shoulder. Give a little love to the ankle once again. And then when you're ready, gently bring the knee across the body to the left, coming in that single leg spinal twist. And now we splay the arms nice and wide. Take that right hand across to meet the left. As you bring the right hand back to your right side, following it with your gaze, turning the head so you get that shoulder back to the floor. 3 to 5 here. On the last one, we're going to crawl the fingers over the head. Fantastic. It's going to be my last one here. So I'm going to close my hands down and then gradually finger curl that right hand up and over the head. Try to crawl those fingers all the way back down, opening through the chest as you go. Fantastic. And then on there, we'll come back. Let's go happy baby, elbows on the inside of the knees. Grab the outsides of the shins or feet. Push those elbows in the knees to open up the inner thigh and gradually rock side to side. Fantastic. Bring your legs back together. Gradually roll over to your side and making your way up. We'll do a couple more stretches standing. Give a little love to the upper body. All right, we're gonna go doorway stretch first. Doorway or wall. Take your right arm, elbow about 90 degrees, place it against the door or the wall, and then step your right foot forward. Sink your upper body into it. So I think about pulling my ribs down. I lean forward to feel that stretch on the front of the chest on that right side. And then take your left hand, kind of sweep it out, turning your gaze. You're looking over that left shoulder. Making sure not to arch the back here. So keep the midline pulled in. And then let's circle that left arm around, reaching forward, circling it back. Good. 2 to 3, circle back. And then after that, reverse directions, 2 to 3, circling forward. Yep, try to make those nice big circles. Very good. Shake it out in between arms. And then same thing, opposite side. Left arm this time. Left foot steps forward. Stand tall, lean forward into it, and then turn away, peering over that right shoulder. Just hang out here at first. Allow the front of that left chest to open. And then when you're ready, sweeping it up and forward, back and around. Yep. Let's see how big of a circle you can trace. Good job. Reverse directions when you're ready, reaching it back, reaching it forward. And go to come off that wall when you're ready. Very nice. Just loosen up those hips a little bit, a couple of hip circles here. Let's go about 3 times. And then reverse when you're ready. All right, fantastic, everybody. And then last one, we're gonna go that behind the back stretch once again. Interlace those hands, extend those elbows, lifting it all up. Bend into your legs, send those hips back nice and long, pulling it up and across. And breathe. And then make your way back up. Fantastic job. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Anything else that your body's asking for? Stay hydrated, and we'll see you next time.